Happy Sunday, Heat fans. Welcome into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Nick Roloff, where the Miami Heat are set to take on the Indiana Pacers this Sunday afternoon. First game of a back-to-back as Miami will be in Philadelphia against the 76ers, who are just a game and a half above them in the standings coming into today. Make that 2 games. Miami has a chance to draw within a half a game, or a game and a half, I should say, of Philadelphia. Miami coming off of a brutal loss on Friday evening against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Will they rebound against the tanking Indiana Pacers? We will find out on today's show. Appreciate the people hanging with us here on this Sunday afternoon. See a couple legends and real ones already in the building. Miami is 8.5-point favorites tonight. No Norman Powell for Miami, so, Pelle Larsson back into the starting lineup for the Heat. The Pacers are going to be missing some key players, but Pascal Siakam, Andrew Nembhard, their 2 best, are playing in this one. Shout out your city for me down in the comment section. Where are the real ones watching from? Let me know here on a Sunday afternoon. Slaying Cats in the building from Boca Raton. We got Tyson Bryant in Miami. We got Hot Dog. We got West Palm Beach for Slaying Cat. Not in good old Boca Raton today. Slaying Cat. Malachi's in London. JY Wynn is trucking through Kansas. Shout out to all the legends here. Got 30 people here on a Sunday afternoon. A game that, I got to be honest, I'm not that excited for against the Pacers. Don't really care. I know it's bad to admit this, but I don't know if I really care about watching some Heat Pacers basketball. Like, I hate to be that brutally honest with you guys, but that's where I'm at in this season. Like, I don't really want to watch this game. I'll be honest, if I wasn't hosting this channel, I wouldn't be watching the Heat today. I'd much rather watch the UConn-Duke Elite 8 game over this slop that we're about to watch on TV. That's just the truth. And what do I always tell you guys? I'm going to tell you guys the truth. And what's on my mind? Nonstop. I'm just over this Heat team, man. Done with the season. Want it to end. Want it to end? Want to be in the lottery? I want to be drafting a really good talent in a loaded draft, whether it be a guy like Yaxel Lenderborg, who has reportedly been a target for this Heat front office for the last couple of months. I want to maybe get Braden Burries from Arizona, LeBaron Philon from Alabama. Like, just so many good players in this draft. And Miami needs athletic guards and wings. Lenderborg, even though he's old, is an athletic wing. Kind of built like Paolo Banchero in a way. And he's really improved his jump shot, his handles, his passing. Just really not in on watching Miami Heat basketball right now, if I'm going to be completely honest. Oh, my Mets just lost. Shame. Doesn't really matter. Like, the old stuff I don't ever get. Like, I understand why some people are be scared of drafting older prospects. Lenderborg's 23, going to be 24, and he's going to be at the end of his rookie contract, 28. But, like, the guy is really freaking good, man. I would take him in the lottery. I'd have no issue doing it. I'd have no issue doing it. I'm going to tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops is here. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action then Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And with their brand new team picks markets, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of the player picks you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas with team picks on Prize Picks. My daily fantasy lineup today, which I still prefer the daily fantasy lineups. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. I got more on Jay Huff, 4.5 rebounds, more on Tyler Herro, 23 points, and a flash discount for today's action in the association. More than 19.5 points for Nikola Jovic. Always keep an eye on the max discounts and the flash discounts. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. And get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream, as they so frequently do. Who you got? MIA for the Heat or IND for the Pacers? 89% of the live poll going with Miami. This is one of those times I will agree with you guys. I do think the Heat win this game. Pacers are openly tanking, although they do have Pascal Siakam in Nembhard today. I still believe that the Heat will get the job done over a team that is trying not to win games to ensure they have a top 3, top 4 pick and one of the best odds in terms of landing the number 1 overall selection. All eyes on the Darren Peterson, AJ DeBansta, and Cameron Boozer debate. We'll see. We'll see. I think Miami gets the win. I mean, there ain't half-point favorites on the road. Does that not tell you enough about this one? TJ McConnell is going to be playing for the Pacers. He always gives Miami fits. Is it a TJ McConnell masterclass tonight on the way to a win for the Indiana Pacers? Like I mentioned, coming into today, the Heat in the standings are the 9 seed. They moved up because the Hornets lost last night to the Sixers, which means Miami has the tiebreaker over the Hornets. Now, with that being said, if the Heat win today and the Magic lose today, Orlando plays, I believe, the Celtics? No, the Raptors, excuse me. The Hornets play the Celtics. If the Raptors beat the Magic, the Celtics beat the Hornets, and Miami beats the Pacers, the Heat would then be in sole possession of the 8th seed in the standings and only a game and a half back of Philadelphia for the 7th seed and only 2 games back behind of Atlanta for the 6th seed. A lot of big games left the rest of the way. Miami plays the Wizards twice, but after tonight, the Heat play the 76ers. They have to play the Raptors twice, the Celtics one time, and then they play the Hawks. Like, the Heat don't have a lot of games left, folks. Pacers today, Philly on Monday, Boston Wednesday, Washington Saturday, and then Toronto twice, Washington once, and Atlanta. So I think Miami has 3 shoe-in wins the rest of the way. Indiana today, the 2 games against Washington, but how will they fare against the Sixers, Celtics, in Toronto twice, and the closing game against the Hawks? I mean, those games right there will determine what seed the Heat ultimately are in the play-in or potentially playoffs if they avoid the play-in tournament, which I doubt. No, the Heat literally clinched yesterday with the Milwaukee Bucks losing a play-in berth. Hot dog. So there's no world where Miami is not in the play-in unless they make the playoffs. So in other words, they cannot fail out of the play-in tournament. They are in it or in the playoffs. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But with 51 people watching, if you're ready for the game, hit that thumbs up icon. Heat Pacers set to get underway in about 14, 15 minutes. Hit that like button if you're ready for the game. Here we go. Let's get to, got 52 people watch. Let's get to 25 likes before tip-off. Get to 25 likes. Why not? Miami embarrassed Friday night against the Cavs. Boy, was that game annoying. That game was annoying. That game was frustrating. And then you watch these top prospects over the weekend, like Braden Burries, LeBaron Philon, Yaxel Lenderborg. And you're like, my goodness, can the Heat please get a lottery pick? Please, please, please. Why a Miami fan, Nick? No, I'm not JY Wynn. I'm from Rochester, New York originally. I started watching basketball when I was like 8 or 9. I was born in 2000, which I know I'm really young. 25, going to be 26 later this year. But I started watching when Dwayne Wade was at the peak of his powers in 08-09, just a couple of years after the championship, first one for Miami as an organization. And he was just so captivating, I should say. He was my favorite player, and that's how I became a Heat fan. So the GOAT D Wade was the reason why I am a Heat fan. Heat a reason. Heat a reason. And unfortunately, I've been a diehard ever since. I say unfortunately because they give me a headache. Even though it is a lot of fun, I wouldn't want to be a fan of any other team. But they give me a headache. That's for sure. That's for sure. Why are you guys a Heat fan? Everyone give me the reason why they are a Heat fan in the chat. Hot Dog's been watching since the Big Three, so not to be mean, Hot Dog, I'm just going to say you probably chose them because they were the best team at the time. Which is there's no bad reason. That's not a bad reason why. But I would just assume if you started watching during the Big Three, I mean, that's naturally going to be the reason. Elias says the reason they're a Heat fan is Pelle Larsson, which actually checks out because is Elias, you're from Sweden, right? JY Wynn, you're Tyler Herro's third cousin? No way. I don't know if you're giving me a line of malarkey, but that's hilarious. That's awesome. Hot Dog says grew up in South Florida but moved to upstate New York. Okay. Hell Beast says grew up in South Florida. All right. JY Wynn, that's awesome. I apologize to you if I ever say ill things about Tyler Herro. But don't want to. Want the Heat to have the most success as possible. Wish Tyler could have the most success on the Heat as possible. So sorry in advance if I say anything. Oh, you are giving me a line of malarkey. You're not. So I just gave that apology for nothing. Gave that apology for nothing. Or you are. I don't know. He says it's okay. I'm a realistic. I don't know if you're actually his third cousin or not. I'm confused now. Because you said, yes, sir, I'm not. But then you say, it's no okay, I'm realistic. I'm lost. I'm lost. Alfred says, I like all Miami teams besides the baseball team. Yeah, not many people are Marlins fans, that's for sure. I'm not. I'm a Mets fan. Probably many's not lying. Maybe, that's true. You could go back. I used to defend Tyler Herro all the time, but unfortunately for your third cousin, if you are telling the truth, he has been unable to stay on the floor as much as we would hope And then he hasn't had the most success in the playoffs, which I think he would admit as well if you asked him. And for those reasons, it makes it incredibly difficult for Miami to potentially extend him. So we'll see. But I hope him the best. I have a Tyler Herro Kentucky jersey. I used to be a Herro stan, I would say. Like in the first couple years of his career, I would consider myself a Herro stan. No longer can really say that, unfortunately, but I used to be. I have like 3 different Tyler Herro Heat jerseys. I have a Vice one, I have a pink Vice one, a blue Vice one, a normal Vice one, and then a Kentucky one. So I had 4 Tyler Herro jerseys at one point. I love Tyler Herro at the beginning of his career. Now, unfortunately, I think it'd be best for each side to just go their separate ways. Sorry. Today's Super Chat menu as follows. Spin the wheel, $5 Super Chat, $10, 10 push-ups, as always, and we'll keep it the same too. Status quo, $20 Super Chat gets you to the Heat Report Hall of Fame and a shot of tequila as well. JY Wynn says, he's my cousin's kid. Okay. They got a whole collection of heroes over there, man. Austin, Miles. Is Austin or Miles the one that's playing for South Carolina? Or a different team? I don't know. One of the younger kids went to South Carolina for a year, right? I can't remember. I do think Tyler's going to have a big game today. I took his more on 23 points in Prize Picks. Riley Shea says, my son made me watch. I'm sure that son's an awesome son. That's an awesome son right there. Terrence Hill, let's go Miami Heat, Midtown Miami. Shout out to Terrence Hill, always in the building. Starting lineup for Miami tonight, if you're just joining us, will be Tyler Herro, Davion Mitchell, Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. No Norman Powell tonight. He is out with an illness. So Larsson, who started 29 straight games before Erik Spoelstra made the switch up and started Powell on Wednesday. Predict the score for me. We're 8 minutes away from tip-off. Who wins and what's the score? I think the Heat win today 131 to 120. 131 to 120 is my prediction. 131 to 120. That is Rolly's prediction. Let me know yours, though. 129, 117 Heat. I see it. How are y'all? I mean, I hate to bring it back to college basketball, but how are y'all brackets looking, man? I am in a advantageous position to finish very highly in a lot of bracket challenges. I do need UConn to win today, though. I need UConn to win today for me to be able to win my bracket challenges. If UConn can win today and Arizona wins it all, I'll be in a very pretty spot in terms of winning all my bracket challenges. Arizona UConn title game, and Arizona wins it all, and I'm bringing in the money this year. But it's going to be a fun one, Duke and UConn. Wish I was watching that game instead. How mad would y'all be if we turned this into a UConn Duke watch party instead? Just kidding. Just kidding. But, just kidding. Just kidding. Bonsai says, I'm hate watching for fun today. 122-120 Pacers. All right. We got a hate watcher in the building. Would I be lying? I'd be lying if I said I want the Heat to win today. I think I'd be lying. Like, here's just the cold, honest truth. I don't want to be in the playoffs. I don't want to watch this team get embarrassed in the playoffs for a second straight year. And I want a lottery pick. I want a lottery pick. Give me the opportunity to move up in the lottery on May 10th. Nice little Sunday, I believe. Or just give me one of those picks at 12, 13, 14. May 10th is a Sunday. That's when the lottery is. Oh, Bonsai is a Heat fan, just rooting for the same thing as me. I think the Heat win today. Do I want them to win? No, but I do think they do. Like, it's going to be pretty difficult to lose to the Pacers. I'm not going to lie. Even on the road. But is there a team that can do it in Miami? Absolutely, the Heat can lose to them. Absolutely could. Absolutely could. Well, I'll tell you what. Cam Boozer to Miami, that's a pipe dream. The Heat would have to win. I wouldn't say win the lottery, but get in the top 3 of the lottery. Now, with that being said, a lot of people are going to talk about AJ DeBansta. They're going to talk about Darren Peterson. I'm telling you right now, if the Miami Heat won the lottery and got the number 1 overall pick, I would actually 1,000% believe the Heat would take Cam Boozer number 1 overall. Would I take Cam Boozer number 1 overall? No, I still probably line up in the Darren Peterson as the top prospect of thought. But I actually do fully believe if the Heat had the number 1 pick, they would take Cam Boozer because they have a good relationship with Duke. I know they would like what Boozer brings to the table in terms of his all-around game. And I'm not trying to knock Boozer as a prospect. I just am pretty confident that if Miami somehow got the number 1 pick in some bizarro world, they would take Cam Boozer over DeBansta, over Darren Peterson, and the rest of the field. I really do believe that. JD says, if Miami got the number 1 pick, then I would know the draft is rigged. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I hope it does happen. And I hope Adam Silver goes to the podium and says, you know what? We did rig the lottery for the Heat to get the number 1 pick because we screwed them in the Terry Rozier debacle. Yeah, I hope he comes out and announces it to the world. We deserve the number 1 pick for what Adam Silver and the Charlotte Hornets did to us. I know we got a second-round pick in this year's draft from Charlotte because of the debacle. Ain't good enough. Ain't good enough to me. Give me that number 1 pick. Bald-headed Adam Silver, I want it. Come on, man. Will it happen? No. Because the Heat would have to be in the lottery 1, and I just have a sneaky suspicion Miami won't let that happen. Although it would be pretty nice. It would be pretty nice. 2 minutes away from getting tipped off. If you're ready for the game, spam those me's down in the comments section. Let me know if you're ready for today's game. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, starting lineup for Miami, Davion Mitchell, Tyler Herro, Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. For the Pacers, I know they're starting Nembhard. They're starting Aaron Nembhard. They're starting Jay Huff. They're starting Pascal Siakam. I am unsure of who is the other 2 starters, though, if I'll be honest. Because I don't think Aaron Nesmith is playing. And I don't think Jarace Walker is playing. So I don't know who the other 2 starters are for Indiana. But I got Terrence, Tyman, Tyson, all spamming those me's. Everybody a little bit ready for the game. Duke up 4-2 through 2 minutes. I will say, I think UConn might have trouble scoring. Oh my God, the starting lineup for the Indiana Pacers. No Jay Huff, Jalen Slauson, Ethan Thompson, who was on a Exhibit 10 contract with Miami earlier this year, and Quentin Jackson are the 3 starters alongside Nembhard and Pascal Siakam. Tanking, folks, at a whole nother level. No disrespect, but those 3 guys should not be starting on an NBA team. If I were picking number 1 overall, I'd probably take Darren Peterson. I know there's a lot of concern with the injury, not playing games. His talent is undeniable. I also think that hamstring injury was more serious than people would probably like to admit, and that's why his explosiveness wasn't where people thought it would be at the collegiate level. I still fully believe in Darren Peterson. I still fully believe. All right, let's get this party started in Indianapolis. Heat wearing their black unis, Pacers wearing their white unis. Tip is up and won by the Heat, but the Pacers track down the loose ball, so Indiana will start with it. Siakam guarded by Wiggins, drives and kicks to Thompson. Ethan Thompson swings it over to Quentin Jackson. Siakam gets it back and lines up a triple that can't go. Adebayo secures the first rebound of the game. Heat bring it up. Wiggins has it, driving on Siakam, running floater, no good. Ethan Thompson with the rebound, and here come Nembhard and the Pacers to the rack for an easy layup. That's crazy that updated so quick, considering my delay is much higher than it should. All right, so Indiana draws first blood. Tyler Herro, step back three, can't answer. And the Pacers bring it up. Siakam gets inside and draws a foul. It's Pelle Larsson whistled. So the All-Star Siakam goes to the line. Larsson starting for the missing Norman Powell, who's out with an illness. Siakam misses the first free throw, so he's missed his first three and free throw. Siakam splits the pair, and they go up 3-0. Wonder what the minutes tonight will be for Siakam and Nembhard. How much will they play? Davion Mitchell probing inside, kicks it around the horn. It's Bam backing down on Siakam now. Bam loses the handle. That's a turnover. So sloppy first couple minutes here for Miami offensively. Heat are 4-6 in their last 10 games. That comes mostly off of a 7-game winning streak. Pacers are on a 2-game losing streak. They're one of their last 9. Heat get a stop. Herro in transition. Running floater falls over Ethan Thompson, and that's how the Heat scoring gets started tonight. Foul the other way, so Pascal Siakam going right back to the line. Oh, they're going to say it was on the floor, so side out for Indiana. Lawson gets it knocked away. Oh boy, Bam just rolled his ankle. And we'll have a foul. Indiana getting free throws, but more dangerously for Miami, Adebayo just got rolled up on, and his ankle is injured. He's down holding it and grimacing. He went to go grab a loose ball, and Slauson just barrels into his ankle, and you see that turn a little bit. And that's certainly going to be a concern for Miami. Bam Adebayo walking it off, but you wonder how that ankle will hold up the rest of the night and on the second night of a back-to-back tomorrow. Bam's going to stay in the game. We'll monitor that situation. Larsson driving and fouled on the pass. It's been a choppy start in this one. A lot of foul calls. Adebayo gets at the other end, drives on Siakam, kicks it out to the open Wiggins for a corner three, and that goes. Miami has their first lead of the night. Nembhard attacking. Oh, what a cut by Ethan Thompson, but couldn't corral the pass, and it's a turnover for the Pacers. Andrew Wiggins, left wing, driving, kicks it out to Bam in the corner. He is fouled in the act of shooting, so Adebayo getting free throws. Bam gets 2 shots here, makes the first free throw. He's on the board for the first time tonight. Adebayo makes the pair, and the Heat have a 4-point lead 3 minutes into this one. The 7-0 Heat run. Pascal Siakam checks out for the Pacers. Nembhard pull-up elbow jumper, no good. Here comes the Heat. It's a Larsson layup in transition. And the 9-0 run for the Heat continues. Corner three can't fall for Micah Potter. And the Heat look to continue this run. It's a Herro left wing catch and shoot three. That's an 0 for 2 start for Mr. Herro from beyond the arc. Jackson gets a easy drive to the rim, and the Pacers snap that 9-0 Heat run. Herro, another floater, another bucket. And then a foul called, I believe, on Micah Potter as Larsson was thrown to the ground looking for the offensive rebound. I believe this will be a quote-unquote and one where Pelle Larsson will go to the line for 1 free throw. Larsson can't connect, so it stays at 11-6. Missed 3 from Indiana, a rebound for Miami. Herro walks into a 3, but a foul will be called on Pelle Larsson, moving screen before the shot. $2 super chat from Wasim Khan. Shout out to Wasim. Let's go hate. I hate Duke so much. F Duke. I agree. F Duke. F Duke indeed. Appreciate the super chat. Turnover. Indiana throws it away. Davion Mitchell with a rack attack and scoops it up and in. And the Heat up 13-5. And we'll have a timeout, Indiana, as the Heat are on a 13-2 run. impressive bounce back after a rough first couple minutes by the Heat tonight. The Pacers need a timeout, folks. Spam those fireball emojis. Spam those fireball emojis. Underrated. Spamming those fireballs. Shout out to Underrated, the only one that wants to bring the juice today. No juice in the chat. There's JY Win. Duke up 22-16, 8 minutes into that one. High-scoring affair. Another super chat. We'll get that on screen here in just 1 second. I'm going to disagree with you, third pick, Shakira Austin. I'm going to disagree with you. Shout out Rant Guy Topics. You see the Wade disrespect from Bub Beverly? I did see what Patrick Beverly said. I don't pay attention to those type of clout chasing, interaction chasing people. I just don't care. Just don't. Simply don't. Pat Beverly's just saying stuff online to get clicks to his podcast and stuff. Like, I just don't care about what he has to say, really, about anything. Like, not to be mean, but like, nothing Patrick Beverly could say that would actually make me want to listen or think about what he's trying to say. We'll have a foul on Miami. Off the ball as Nembhard takes a spill to the bench or to the floor. Jaime Jaquez checks in for the first time. 6th Man of the Year candidate. Maybe might be the leader. We'll see. It'll be close to see who wins that. Nembhard swings it to Jackson. Now inside the Potter. Potter's got the size advantage guarded by Herro. Potter turns it over, though, trying to fit in a crazy pass. Adebayo brings it up. Swings to the corner to Herro. Herro thought about a three. Instead, gives it up. Davion Mitchell, 5 on the shot clock. Out to Herro. He'll launch a three that time. Way short. Herro 0 for 3 from beyond the arc in quarter number 1. Nembhard, straight line drive to the rim. Herro looking for a response. Hangs in the air and banks it home. Herro 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but 3 for 3 finishing inside the paint. Kobe Brown swings at the Potter, corner 3, kaboom. Potter can shoot it, shoots 41%. Wiggins diving inside, fouled. So Wiggins heading to the charity stripe. Ethan Thompson, the former Oregon State Beaver and Heat Summer League / preseason player. Wiggins makes the first. TJ McConnell checking in for the first time tonight. It's always given Miami issues. Ben Shepherd in as well. Wiggins makes the pair. Heat's lead is back up to 7. Potter lines up another 3. He barrels home another. Back-to-back triples for Micah Potter, and the Pacers draw back within 4. Davion Mitchell answers with a triple. 5 early points for D. Mitch. Oh, Jaquez caught sleeping as Kobe Brown goes backdoor and hits the little bucket inside. Jaquez almost turns it over, regains control. Only 10 on the shot clock. Bam with a baseline drive. Kick out Herro, running bank shot. It falls. Herro now with 8 points. Oh, Nembhard, killer crossover. Out to TJ McConnell. Doesn't shoot many threes, but he's capable. Left wing triple falls. Jaquez with a corner 3. Comes up short. Nembhard and Davion Mitchell, fun matchup there. Potter with a crazy 3. Oh, he's in fuego. Micah Potter with his 3rd triple of the quarter. The Pacers are only down 1 as we have a seesaw back and forth first quarter. We'll tell you about our sponsor on today's show. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops is here. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And with their brand new team picks markets, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of the player picks you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas with team picks on Prize Picks. My daily fantasy lineup today, which I still prefer the daily fantasy lineups. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. I got more on Jay Huff, 4.5 rebounds, more on Tyler Herro, 23 points, and a flash discount for today's action in the association. More than 19.5 points for Nikola Jovic. Always keep an eye on the max discounts and the flash discounts. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. And get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. If you want the Heat to get a win tonight, chance to move up to 8th in the standings with a win today if the Magic lose to the Raptors. Hit that thumbs up button. We got 230 people watching. Let's get to 75 likes. Let's get to 75 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon, folks. Let's get to 75. We're 26 away, dude. I know y'all are talking shit about Micah Potter. He could play, man. I mean, is he a legit NBA guy? No, he could certainly play, though. He's been on their team a long time. Micah Potter, he's had good moments. He's had good moments. I don't know about you, but I got the Duke UConn game beside me, watching both at the same time. UConn down 7, just can't get any consistent offense right now. Back in action in Indianapolis as the Heat lead by 1 with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Simone Fontecchio and Kel'el Ware check in. Davion Mitchell, crossover kick. It's Herro. Herro's 3 falls. Tyler Herro now with 11 points. And his first bucket not inside the paint. He's 1 of 4 from 3. Corner 3, Potter. Oh my. Micah Potter doing his best Max Strus impression. That's 4 threes in the quarter for Micah Potter. Fontecchio barreling his way inside. Can't finish, gets his own rebound, and then draws a foul. So Fontecchio heading to the line. How about this start from Micah Potter, man? Fontecchio makes the first free throw. But misses the second, so the Heat's lead remains at 2. TJ McConnell pull up midi. Yeah, I think that was blocked. Jaquez gets the rebound. Fontecchio to the rim. Oh, he misses the layup. He can't take advantage. Nembhard the other way. Driving on Jaquez. Discards. Kicks. McConnell made 1 3 today, and he'll make another. Not known for his three-point shooting, but bottoms that one, and Indiana goes back in front by 1. The Pacers are 6 of 9 from 3. Fontecchio can't have the response. Indiana with the rebound. Oh, Potter, pump fake drive, and he puts it home. Kel'el Ware biting for the Potter pump fake. That's 14 first quarter points for the big man off the bench. Herro has the response. 14 first quarter points for Herro. His second 3. We're tied up at 29. Potter, oh my, how is he left open? He makes the extra pass to Ben Shepherd, who misses the 3. Herro feeling it. His pull-up 3, short. Gets his own rebound. Herro throws it out to Davion Mitchell. 5 on the shot clock. Herro gets it back. Potter defending. Herro pull up midi. Go. 16 first quarter points. Tyler Herro on fuego in this one. TJ McConnell with a crossover drive. Pump fake. Fade away. Little 4-footer goes for McConnell. He is an energizer off the bench. Jaquez driving. Loose ball. It's going to be a jump ball between Jaquez and Kobe Brown. The Pacers bench has 22 of their 31 points. Jump ball won by Indiana, and with a minute to play, they could take the lead here in quarter number 1. McConnell backing down on Jakucionis, who just subbed in. Five on the shot clock. Indiana's possession's going nowhere. It will be a shot clock violation. Excellent defense for Miami. Larsson with the drive, lob, Ware comes down with it and then puts it home. Pretty pass from Larsson. Pretty finish by Kel'el Ware. Half a second differential between the shot clock and game clock, so the Pacers will likely hold for the final shot. Under 10 to play. McConnell, and one jumper over Kel'el Ware. My goodness. Pacers can't miss. Kel'el Ware hits McConnell on the left arm as he goes up, and McConnell has the focus to stay with it and hit the jumper over the 7'4" wingspan of Ware. Free throw good. 5 seconds to go. Jaquez gets a good look at the end of the quarter and rattles it home. And that is how the first period comes to an end. Heat go up 2 after the first quarter. Back and forth action in this one. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Daily Heat content as the season draws to a conclusion. Duke up 35-21. Cam Boozer just dominating that game. Dominating that game. Have a timeout here in between quarters. Duke up 15. Yeah, this one's over. Duke gonna rout UConn. We're about to get back into action here in quarter number 2. Heat start the second quarter with the ball. Jaquez attacking right away, and he's got the last 5 points for the Heat. Kobe Brown the other way. Is that an and one? It is. Kobe Brown makes the free throw. It's an and one. Jakucionis picks up his dribble, almost throws it away. Larsson driving to the rim, galloping and finishing. Siakam back in for Indiana. Didn't play a ton in that first quarter. Kobe Brown left alone for 3, and he makes the Heat pay. Jaquez, good position inside, but is blocked on the turnaround jumper. Is that Obi Toppin? Thought he wasn't playing. Obi Toppin in for the first time. Siakam turns it over. Jakucionis forces the TO. Larsson driving on Shepherd. Dotted line pull-up jumper. He draws a foul. Another $2 super chat from the Rank Guy Topics. Heat, Pats, Yankees, Jayhawks fan. Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, New York Mets for baseball. I don't have a college basketball team per se. I guess I just root for my alma mater, St. Bonaventure. I just like the sport more than anything. College football, I'm a North Carolina college football fan. Not basketball, though. Only football. Larsson splits the pair. Siakam corner 3, good. Jakucionis with a drive, spin, up and under, layup. Can't fall. He'll get 2 free throws. Almost an and one for the rookie. Chance to tie this game up at 43. Cavs makes the first. Ethan Thompson checks back in for Indiana. Ben Shepherd takes a seat. We're all knotted up. Siakam swings it. It's a Thompson corner 3. Comes up short. Ware tracks down the rebound. Larsson aggressive here offensively. Swings it over to Jaime. Jaquez with a drive kick out to Jakucionis, that is, who misses the three. And another tray falls for Indiana. It's Obi Toppin. The Pacers are 9 of 14 from three. The Heat's defense has just been awful again. Kel'el Ware with a drive. Step through. Pretty move. But airballs the hook shot. He's got no bag, man. I mean, I've been trying to tell people that. Like, everyone wants to say, oh, Kel'el Ware is some generational prospect. Y'all just say that because he's 7 feet and can shoot threes. He's got good stuff. He can shoot it. He can rebound it. He can be a rim deterrent. But he got no bag offensively. You ask him to do anything outside of just catch it and dunk it or catch and shoot it, he's got nothing for you. Bam comes back in alongside Wiggins. Ware and Fontecchio go to the bench. Siakam with a drive, spin, layup, good. Pacers up 5. Jaquez with a running bank shot and one. Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been phenomenal off the bench for Miami tonight. Jaquez finishes the three-point play. 8 minutes to play in the first half. Heat are 9 of 12 at the charity stripe. Oh, pretty spin move inside. I tell you what, this Pacers team, how are they 16 and 58? I mean, they're missing a lot of players. These guys are putting crazy moves on. Are the Heat that bad defensively? Adebayo with a good drive in response. He's got 4 points. That was his first shot attempt of the night. Toppin with a three. It's open. Just can't convert. Ball goes out of bounds. Miami has it. Slauson back in for Kobe Brown. Larsson driving, a physical drive. Larsson, when he goes to the rim, man, he's ready to give you some punishment. Gets all the way to the left hand for the finish. We're tied up at 50. Timeout Indiana. As the Heat look to climb back in this one. Pacers need a timeout. Spam those fireball emojis. Spam those fireball emojis, folks. Dylan. Underrated. Pineapple. Hot dog. Bonsai. Bam just came back in and got a bucket, so sounds like he's relatively fine. Cone Master Smorg. Can UConn come back against Duke? Down 19 with 2:45 to go in the first half. I'm going to say no, folks. Ooh, Boozer took an elbow to the face. Still in the game, though. UConn's got to go on a 9-0 run here. If they can get it to 10 points or less going into the half, I could buy into maybe a closer game at the end of the year, or a closer game. But they got to get it to 19. They got to get to 10. So they got to go on a 9-0 run to finish the half. Duke just too much defensively. UConn not doing enough on that end of the floor to disrupt what Duke wants to do. Well, that's just a bad shot. Duke out and running. Isaiah Evans 3. Too strong. Still a chance for UConn to make a run to close the half. All right, we're about to get back in action between Miami and Indiana. Tied at 50. Pacers have it. Myron Gardner checks in for the first time tonight. Four on the shot clock. Obi Toppin has to do something. Pull-up jumper. Oh, my God, and one. Wow, don't see Obi Toppin doing that often. Jakucionis will sub out. Davion Mitchell back in. Toppin converts the three-point play. Wiggins just throws it away. Major says, look up. Well, if I look up, I'll never see the live chat. So, you want me to ignore you guys? Wouldn't mind it sometimes. Some of the shit that gets said down there. Well, Pacers. Myron Gardner with a rejection. He'd have numbers, but they don't take advantage of it. Now Larsson inside, spinning, blocked. Gardner with the rebound and lays it up and in. Myron Gardner with the rejection and offensive putback on the other end. And now Toppin and Gardner sharing some words. You know Myron Gardner is always going to mix it up. If we lose to a 58 team, going to crash out. Why? You should celebrate it. Say, wow, the Heat are really not going to make the playoffs. They're going to be one of the worst play-in teams out there. That's awesome. Hopefully lose those games and get in a lottery. Who cares about making the playoffs? There's no world that we live in where the Heat win multiple playoff series and get to the finals, let alone win it. So you should be rooting for a top or the highest draft pick possible. Siakam 3, Heat turn it over. And I'm being serious. Like, call it spoiled. I know a lot of teams, like the Wizards, would kill for a playoff series. And we've seen a lot of playoff series lately. But I'm sick of the mid-basketball, man. Get us a top prospect. This team has no chance to do anything in the postseason. No chance. Siakam, another 3. Another shot goes in. Timeout, Miami. Heater down 7. Heater down 7 with 6 to play in the second quarter. Tell you about today's sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops is here. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And with their brand new team picks markets, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of the player picks you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas with team picks on Prize Picks. My daily fantasy lineup today, which I still prefer the daily fantasy lineups. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. I got more on Jay Huff, 4.5 rebounds, more on Tyler Herro, 23 points, and a flash discount for today's action in the association. More than 19.5 points for Nikola Jovic. Always keep an eye on the max discounts and the flash discounts. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. And get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Rank Guy Topics with another $2 super chat. Everyone looks like the Monstars versus our defense. It's because we're not a good defensive team. I don't really care what the metrics say. Metrics would suggest we're a top half offense or a defensive team. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Who would I want to heat the draft if they were picking between 11 and 14? Favorite prospects in that area: Yaxel Lenderborg, LeBaron Philon, Braden Burries. Those are my top 3, I think, that would be potentially available. No guarantees they would be available. But those 3, they could go early. They could go in the top 10. But those are my top 3 probably. And then my second kind of grouping would be like, I don't even know. I probably like Jaden Quaintance, Chris Sinak, which that doesn't even excite me that much, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. That's why it's important to be in the lottery. Heat down 7. Herro, hot hand tonight with another 3. I'm not the biggest fan of Wagler, but he's going top 10 no matter what, so it wouldn't even matter. Siakam driving, throws it away. He'd have numbers. Herro to the rim, Euro stepping to the rack. What a finish, Tyler Herro. 21 first half points. But because the Pacers had no one back, they basically cherry-picked the other end. Easy bucket for Siakam. Herro missing the jumper that time. Pacers out and running. Top and 3. No. Turnover. Oh, and they don't get back. Good job, Herro. How did you let him go right by you? Backdoor cut. He went across your face. Can't even call it backdoor. He went right across Herro's face, and he didn't pick him up. Larsson to the rim, finishing. Siakam with a step back, mid he goes. He's got 16. Bam attacking, fouled by Micah Potter. See someone say in the chat, don't care who they draft, they won't ever get to play anyways. Like, see, this is just you hating Jermaine for no reason. Like, you want the truth? If Spo thinks a young player is good enough to play, he'll play. Like, as much as I want to play Jakucionis more, you want to play Kel'el Ware more, if Spo thinks you're one of the best players on the team, he'll play you. Look at Tyler Herro's rookie season. Tyler Herro had a huge role and got a ton of playing time as a rookie off the bench. Kendrick Nunn started at point guard as a rookie. If you are good enough to play, Coach Spo will play you. That's the truth. If he thinks he makes your team better, he will play you. He doesn't not play young guys just because they're young. It's because they're not good enough and they're not better options than what Miami has. Herro fouls Micah Potter inside. Like, Coach Spo isn't not playing people who can positively impact the team just because they're young guys. Yeah, correct, Jermaine. They have to earn minutes by being the better players. Thank you for proving my point. Free throws good for Indiana, 7-point game. Davion Mitchell driving on the wing, kicking it out to Wiggins. Wiggins with a step back midi, comes up short. Pacers with the board. But they turn it over. Herro fouled, and he'll go to the line. Saw someone also ask, do you think that he could get 2 firsts for Tyler Herro? Brother, I don't even think they get 1. I don't even think they would get 1 first-round pick. Herro makes the first free throw. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. 350 people watching, only 75 likes. That's disgusting. Come on, let's get that like number up. Let's get to triple digits before halftime. Got 3.5 minutes to do it. Heat down 5. $23 first half points for Tyler Herro. Siakam, turnaround jumper. Oh my, and 1. I will admit this. The Heat's defense hasn't been good tonight. Some of these shots that Indiana are making are a bit ridiculous. They're shooting 70+% from the field. Siakam misses the free throw, though. Larsson with the rebound. In transition, open 3, Andrew Wiggins, left wing, comes up short. Spin move inside, kick out, Potter. He was hot in the first quarter. He stays hot. That's his 5th 3 of the game. Davion Mitchell drives to the rim, discards Ben Shepherd, and gets the bucket. Pacers almost turn it over. They hold on to it. Siakam doubled. Shepherd back cut. No one picks him up. The Pacers are shooting 73.7%. Adebayo, little midi, can't respond. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Heat down 10. Bodies hit the deck. Siakam inside. Foul. No foul. Bodies everywhere. Heat have 5-on-4. Wiggins, Olay to the rim. Layup. That was an odd sequence. 7 first-half points now for Andrew Wiggins. And we'll have a timeout from Indiana. Larsson got hit in the face and fell to the floor, and then Siakam fell to the floor himself. Wild sequence there. Come on. If you haven't already, hit the like button. If we don't get to 100 likes before halftime, I'm shutting the stream off. I really don't care. We're 12 likes away. Four likes away. Takes 1 second to hit that thumbs up icon. We're live here for free. There we go. Crossed over 100 likes. Thank you. I mean, you said threats work. I mean, listen, we got 350 people in the building. We don't have 100 likes. And who else is live on for free? Giving play-by-play analysis of this game. I don't think many. Pacers ball, up 8, under 2 to play in the first half. Heat coming out in his zone and immediately allows an open 3 for Kobe Brown. A rare miss today for the Pacers. Jaquez driving, spinning. Oh, pretty move. Why he might be the favorite to win Sixth Man of the Year. 10 first-half points off the bench for Jaime. Siakam's feeling it. Missing the 3 that time. He'd have a chance to draw closer here before the half. Herro finds a cutting Jaquez. No one picked him up for Indiana. Well, there's that timeout from the Pacers. Hey, guys, what are we doing? Why are we trying to win? Kobe Brown, push shot floater goes that time. Herro with a crossover drive, drop off, bam, push shot. And now both teams can't stop scoring. Got a whistle to stop the clock for what I do not know. That was odd. That was only the second shot made for Bam in this half. He's only taken 3 shots. He's been not getting a lot of looks offensively today. A lot of times he's been doubled. Herro's been the main creator for Miami today in that starting lineup. Jaquez off the bench. Nembhard probing, kicking. Good hands by Davion Mitchell. Deflects it out of bounds. 3.6 on the shot clock for Indiana here. Nembhard looking inbound. Gets it to, can't get it in. Now finds Ethan Thompson. Thompson, right wing 3. Of course it goes in. Why wouldn't it go in? .1% shooting for Indiana from 3. Davion Mitchell finds a cutting Herro to the corner for Jaime. Jaquez's 3 goes. 4 on the clock. Indiana, Thompson, blocked by Bam, and that's how the first half will come to a conclusion. A high-scoring 79-75 first half. Woo! Shootout in Indiana. Grade the Heat's first half, A, B, C, D, or F. I see a C, F minus, B, C plus, B, C plus, D, C, C plus, C minus. What gross defense from the Heat today. I would probably give this a D. I'd give us a D. I'd give us a D for that first half. I mean, that's just bad all the way around. Pineapple says I miss Ethan Thompson. I don't think that's a word that anyone's ever said before. I miss Ethan Thompson. It's a pretty wild thing to say. Sulan thinks that he can beat the Pistons in the playoff series. If that's what you believe, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. I don't think so. I don't think anyone thinks so. But if you believe it, go ahead. Heat and Pacers matchup in a playoff series. Cade Cunningham is healthy and playing. Heat losing 5. They lose both games in Detroit. They'd win 1 in Miami and lose back in Detroit. We get some stats here for the first half. Tyler Herro leading the way for Miami offensively. He's been good offensively. He just hasn't been really there defensively. The story of Herro's career, unfortunately. He can give you 23, but he's going to give up 27. Davion Mitchell hasn't missed tonight. No Norman Powell tonight, so Pelle Larsson back into the starting lineup and has been good. Pelle Larsson, where is the stat thing? There it is. 9 points, 4 or 5 shooting. I just really enjoy Pelle Larsson and his ability to drive to the rim. He is an aggressive driver of the basketball, not afraid to absorb contact and finish through it. Something Miami doesn't have a lot of, if we're going to be honest. Wiggins has 7 points tonight. Bam's been pretty non-existent offensively. Has 7 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. He's only taken 3 shots, though. I mean, anytime Bam gets the ball tonight, it feels like the Pacers are sending 2, forcing it out of his hands. And that has ultimately led to a lot of Davion Mitchell, a lot of Jaime Jaquez, a lot of Tyler Herro, excuse me. I just mentioned Jaime Jaquez Jr. for good reason. He has come off the bench and lit it up. 15 points for Miami. Second leading scorer. He's shooting 6 of 8. I mean, there is nothing wrong with what Miami has been doing on offense. I mean, on pace for 150 points. Miami shooting above 50% from the field. Like, the difference in this is the fact that Miami can't play any defense. I mean, look at the first half. The Pacers are shooting about 70% from the field. Shooting 55% from 3. That is unsustainable. Ironically, Miami hasn't even given up an offensive rebound. Excuse me. Critical thinker, I hope that the Heat lose this game. I hope the Pacers win. Lemon pepper and Hawaiian barbecue wings? Sounds good. Sounds good. JY Wynn is back. What'd you miss? Well, nothing really changed. We can't play any defense. Can't play any defense, man. Am I going to the Grand Prix Miami race? I don't live in Miami. I mean, I'm sorry for being maybe a little snark comment, but I'm not sure how many times that I have to establish the fact I do not live in Miami. I live in Dallas, Texas. Can't believe the Heat are shooting 61% through a half of basketball, and are still losing. Think about how crazy that is. That's how bad the defense for Miami has been today. UConn and Duke about to get tipped off in the second half. UConn down 15. At least there's this basketball I can watch during halftime. UConn needs a good start to the second half if they want to come back in this one. They get an open three. Can't make it, though. It's been the story of UConn's day, been unable to capitalize on their open shots. Probably about another, 5 minutes away from this second half starting. Maybe less. Maybe less. I am really stuck. I try not to be surprised by anything the Miami Heat do. I am a little surprised that they've been getting embarrassed defensively by a team in Indiana who probably doesn't even want to win. Cam Boozer, another bucket. I will say, as good as Cam Boozer is defensively and as a connecting passer, I do wonder how his offense will translate, because most of what he brings to the table is spot up threes and rebounding and physical in the low post. Will that translate to the NBA? That's the biggest question I have on him as a prospect. But the defense and the passing are absolutely elite for his size. And on cue, Boozer drives into the rack and commits an offensive foul. Just barrels right into Silas Demery. UConn trying to make a push. I would still take Boozer over DeBansta. I know DeBansta's got that offensive firepower, but he is so bad defensively. We're close to getting start here in the second half. They get a super chat we'll get on screen here in a second. Oh, wow. Gary Woodland. won the PGA event. Good for him. Good for him. We're back in the second half. We'll get that super chat on screen next time out. A quick foul is called on Indiana. Micah Potter starting the second half. Came off the bench in the first half. Who is not playing for them? That was. As Bam darts inside, gets a bucket. Oh, no Ethan Thompson to start the second half. It's Potter instead. Jackson with a good crossover drive. Wow, that was a pretty move. Davion Mitchell to the rim makes the layup. And the back and forth high scoring action continues early in the second half. Nembhard, step back three. That was a tough shot. Good defense there by Wiggins. Miami looking to tie or take the lead. Adebayo almost launched a three. Now Bam in the corner will launch a three. No good. Rebound tracked down by Indiana. Nembhard inside drops it off to Siakam. 5 on the shot clock. Siakam deep 2. Can't fall. Wiggins with a good contest. Herro drives, fouled on the floor, they say. On the floor. Herro, deep 3 for the lead. No. Siakam, the drive, the rejection by Adebayo. Bam Adebayo with the block inside. His second stays with Indiana. Nembhard to inbound, throws it to half court. And that's going to be an over and back. So turnover on the Pacers. Davion Mitchell driving, kicking. It's Wiggins open. And he drops the 3. And the Heat take the lead back. Davion Mitchell with a 6th assist. First lead for the Heat in a while. Potter. Little right hook jumper falls off the rim. And now we'll have a jump ball on the floor. No, foul called. Micah Potter. On the rebound. Potter subs out after the foul. Pacers go small with Siakam at the 5. Larsson baseline drive. Puts it up and in. No rim protector for the Pacers. Heat take advantage. 3-point lead. Heat are on a 20-7 run dating back to late second quarter. Siakam, chance to tie it. Can't. Offensive rebound, Kobe Brown. Kick out Nembhard for the tie. That one goes. Give a team a good look on a second opportunity like that, and they're going to make you pay. That's 7 points now for Andrew Nembhard. Quiet day. Wiggins with a nice, pretty spin. Oh, he misses. And then fouls Slauson. That was a point-blank left-hand layup miss. $84 Pacers have it. It's the first day of a back-to-back for Miami. They return home to play the 76ers tomorrow. Game's on Peacock. Big game in the Eastern Conference standings. Siakam, dotted line turnaround jumper. Doesn't go. Pacers are 2 of 8 in this quarter. Larsson missing a 3. Rebound saved by Miami. Kicked out. Herro 3. That spins around and goes. $26 points now for Tyler Herro. He has been hot tonight. And that cashes my prize picks. Now, I picked Jay Huff rebounds. He hasn't played. So it looks like he won't play today. And we will just have a 2-player entry. Siakam spinning layup goes. Davion Mitchell almost turns it over. It'll go out of bounds and stay with Miami. Adebayo on the left wing. Herro has it. Herro with a right wing 3. Oh, he's hot. Herro is in fuego tonight. 29. 4-point Heat lead. He just falls asleep defensively, and Jackson gets good position inside for a layup. 10 points for Quentin Jackson. Davion Mitchell to the rack. Drop off Larsson. Larsson just smoked the bunny. And then a foul. Who is it on? I think they're going to call the foul on Larsson. I think that's what the call is. We'll use this first timeout of the second half to tell you about our sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops is here. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And with their brand new team picks markets, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of the player picks you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas with team picks on Prize Picks. My daily fantasy lineup today, which I still prefer the daily fantasy lineups. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. I got more on Jay Huff, 4.5 rebounds, more on Tyler Herro, 23 points, and a Flash discount for today's action in the association. More than 19.5 points for Nikola Jovic. Always keep an eye on the max discounts and the flash discounts. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. And get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. No J Huff tonight, which means he'll get removed from my lineup. It'll be a 2-player lineup of Herro and the Jokic discount, and Herro already got his points. So if the max or the discount on Jokic goes correct, I have a 2-player entry to cash in on. Dig Dog with a $5 super chat. What do you think about Manuel Sharp, shooting guard from Houston, and Yaxel Lenderborg? I like Lenderborg quite a bit. Yeah, he's an older prospect, 23, but he's got a great size to him. He's athletic. He improved his handle, his three-point shooting this year. He's a good connecting passer. He is a good option for Miami if they're picking there late in the lottery. He could go top 10, though. You never know. When it comes to Emmanuel Sharp, I'm out. I have not liked his game for a while. He's undersized for his position. He's not an athlete at all. He can shoot it for Houston. He's done that. But he's undersized. He's not athletic, vertically or laterally. I would not draft Emmanuel Sharp in the second round. Undrafted free agency? Yeah, there's no harm in bringing him in as a UDFA and seeing if you could strike gold there. But that's about all I would do with him. I would not draft him with the Heat's second round pick. And the second round pick for Miami, I'm looking at a Heat potential backup big for Kel'el Ware and Bam, if both of them are on the roster next season, like a Zuby Ejiofor, a Terrace Reed Jr., Ruben Chinalu. Those are 3 guys that I'm eyeing for Miami at like pick 43 or 44. Back in action here, Heat up 2, almost halfway through this second half, or I should say the third quarter. Micah Potter inside ties the game up. 90 all. Ooh, UConn down 10, making a run. Speaking of Terrace Reed, 21 in that game. Herro right wing isolated on Potter. This is a good matchup for Herro. Herro drives right and finishes with the left hand inside. $31 points now for Herro. Nembhard and Herro getting a little physical. Step back 2. Nembhard goes. That's a pretty move by Andrew Nembhard. Bam driving, finishing over Micah Potter. The intensity level in this game is picked up on both sides. Kobe Brown can't finish over Larsson. Oh my, the Heat accidentally knock it out of bounds. It will stay with Indiana. Wow, UConn's cut it down to 9, folks. They're not dead yet. As Obi Toppin gets an easy dunk after the Heat miscue, and it's tied at 94. Under 5 to play in the third quarter. Bam, jab step, drive on Potter. Turnaround 8-footer, doesn't go. Nembhard, pump fake 3, reset. Rattles in and out. Jaquez down the highway the other way. Oh, he misses the layup. And now a foul the other way. It will be Heat ball, I believe. Foul's on Nembhard. Wow, UConn's down 7. They're battling right now, man. From down at 1 point 17, now only down 7. 4 minutes to play in this third quarter for Miami. Kel'el Ware just checked in. Jaquez fouled on the floor. UConn not dead yet. That'd be some comeback, man. Be chills if UConn came back and won. I like Danny Hurley, and I hate Duke. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 94 all. Jaquez has been great off the bench for Miami tonight. Picks up his dribble and throws it out to Herro. 5 on the clock. Herro on Nembhard. Drives. 2. Kicks to Wiggins. Gets a good look off and can't make it. That's a good shot for how bad Miami was in terms of the shot clock there. Back and forth game here between Indiana and Miami. Pacers have the worst record in Eastern Conference, and now Davion Mitchell will be called for an off-ball foul. Oh, Jay Huff's in. That's not good for me because that just basically ruined my rebounds unless he gets 4 rebounds. TJ McConnell with a pull-up midi. Kel'el Ware looking to give the Heat the lead the back. He does with a 3. First 3 for Kel'el Ware tonight. He's only got 5 points. Miami back in front by 1. Toppin, free throw line jumper. Too strong. Rebound Wiggins. Now Wiggins looks for a 3. Has it. And Miami now has a 4-point lead. Second time the Heat have had a 4-point lead this half. The Pacers have had a response all game long. Kobe Brown, oh yeah, gets inside for the dunk. What a great drive and finish by Kobe Brown. Jaquez almost throws it away. Davion Mitchell saves it before it goes into the backcourt. Mitchell now attacks, gets to the rim. Layup falls. Fun matchup between Davion Mitchell and TJ McConnell. That's 11 points now for Davion Mitchell, as Obi Toppin just drives right by Kel'el Ware for the easy layup. Herro walks into a 3. Oh, spun in and out. What a swing pass. It's an open Kobe Brown 3. And the Pacers go back in front. That was an unbelievable pass by McConnell to swing it cross for an open 3. Wow, that was incredible. Heat down 1, 103-102. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. 550 people in the building as the Heat look to get a bounce-back win. On the road to 28,000 subscribers. We're under 500 away. Subscribe. We'll be live again tomorrow night for Heat and Sixers. Live twice next week. Monday for Sixers, Wednesday for the Celtics game. No Saturday stream. I'll be doing a Final Four watch party. Unfortunately, no Heat Wizards. Speaking of Final Four, Duke and UConn playing for the right to go to Indianapolis. Final Four team yet to be determined. And winner will play Illinois. It's 58-49 in favor of the Blue Devils with 10 to play. Duke led by as much as 17 in that game. We had an influx of viewers. Got up to 550, but if you're just joining us, we've had a lot of offense in this one. As you can see, we have a full quarter left, and it's 103-102. Each team cannot miss. Arizona plays Michigan. I feel like I got to sneeze. I also feel like I'm getting sick. I hate that feeling. You ever just know that, like, oh man, I feel like a sickness is coming? That's what it feels like for me. Forgot Paul George is back for Philly. We'll see them tomorrow night. All right, back to finish this third quarter. Jakucionis in for the Heat. Pacers putting on a little bit of a press. Jakucionis crossing half court to Herro. Herro driving, swinging. It's turnover. Oh, it'll stay with the Heat, though. Obi Toppin could not corral it. It looked like it was right to him, but he just let it. But it went out of bounds, and it'll be the Heat ball. Five on the shot clock. Larsson's got to make something happen. He drives on top and gets to the rim and finishes. That's just an impressive move by Pelle Larsson. Nembhard, right wing three. No good. Heat dodge a bullet. Jaquez with a spinning fadeaway air ball. What is that shot? Under a minute to play in the third. Top into the rim. Lays it up and in, and the Pacers back in front. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 12 points for Toppin. Kel'el Ware driving on Jay Huff. Kicks it back to Jakucionis for three. Good look, and he rattles it home. Man, the Rook can shoot it. He's got 5 points tonight. The Pacers looking to respond. 3-second differential, shot clock and game clock. McConnell driving on Larsson, kicking to the corner. It's Kobe Brown. Good. And that's the end of the third quarter. It is 108-107 Pacers, and we're set up for a wild, wild fourth quarter. It is fourth quarter time. Spam those fours. Fours in the chat. As we get ready for the final 12 minutes on a little Sunday afternoon action. He can get up to the 8 seed with a win today and a Magic loss. Smorg, Bile, Kane, Hot Dog, all spamming those fours. UConn can't buy a 3 today. I think they're like 1 and 20, 1 and 20 from 3, 1 of 18. If they even just made 4 of 18, they'd be tied with Duke. They're down 9 with 8 to play. Not over yet, but if UConn can't make a 3, they're cooked. They're cooked. Oh my goodness. Boozer just barrels into Braylon Mullins and misses the shot, but a foul. Will the Heat close this one out? We'll see. New pin poll. Who you got? Who you got? Heat or Pacers? I agree. I thought that was a charge too, Heat check. Barreled over Braylon Mullins. Back in the fourth quarter. Pacers start with it. 12 minutes to go. Jay Huff driving to the rim. Drop off. Midi jumper for Ben Shepherd. Comes up short. Jaquez drives on Huff. Blocked. Jaquez gets it. Kicks it out to Jakucionis. Kaz drives. Backing down. Oh, and he just turned it over. Bad turnover from Jakucionis. Only the 7th turnover for the Heat. They've done a good job taking care of the basketball. Just not anything else as Jay Huff gets a dunk inside. The dribble penetration that the Pacers have been getting today is just flat out embarrassing. Andrew Wiggins kicks it to Ware. He just made a 3, but misses that one. That would have tied it. Pacers have the ball now up 3, sensing a moment potentially. McConnell, drive, kick. Huff can shoot it, but he misses that one. Larsson swooping inside, ultimately resets. Jaquez to the rim, blocked by Huff. Boy, does he have a long reach. McConnell the other way to a trailing Siakam. Swung to Kobe Brown for 3. Short. Heat get out and run, though. Larsson with he missed the layup. And now the Pacers come the other way. Kobe Brown passes up a 3. McConnell's got 2 of them tonight and can't make it 3. Heat dodge a couple bullets there. Now Wiggins the other way. Turns it over. Stripped out of bounds. Off of Miami last. What a sloppy first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter by each team. Heat go to a zone, and Siakam gets an easy layup inside, but he misses it. Oh my, both teams just missing point-blank layups. Jakucionis and Ware pick and pop. Ware for the tie. No. Wiggins rebound. No. Another rebound. Blocked. Another opportunity. Goes. Holy crap. What a ridiculous sequence over the last 3 minutes. And we got a 1-point game. And then the Pacers turn it over. He'd have numbers. Jaquez to the rim. Gives Miami the lead. 17 points now for Jaquez off the bench. Kobe Brown to the corner for Huff. Huff drives to the rim. It's swung around. A wide open Ben Shepherd three. And the Pacers back in front. Jaquez can't make the bank shot. A bucket inside, and it's a timeout by Miami. 115-111. Eric Spoelstra calls timeout, and we'll tell you about our sponsor for the final time tonight. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The playoff push is heating up. Tournament Hoops is here. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. And with their brand new Team Picks markets, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of the player picks you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas with Team Picks on Prize Picks. My daily fantasy lineup today, which I still prefer the daily fantasy lineups. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. I got more on Jay Huff, 4.5 rebounds, more on Tyler Herro, 23 points, and a flash discount for today's action in the association. More than 19.5 points for Nikola Jovic. Always keep an eye on the max discounts and the flash discounts. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks. Download the app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. And get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. Got about 500 people watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Listen, we're going to try to get as many subscribers as possible. The goal is to get to 28K subscribers before the season over. Did I just hear that the Raptors are beating the Magic by 20? Yeah, it's 50-30 in favor of Toronto. I mean, if that score holds, Miami with a win today would jump up to the 8 seed because the Hornets are losing by 17 to the Celtics. So if those two scores hold and Miami wins, the Heat will be the 8 seed. If they lose, well, nothing changes. They'll be the 9 seed. Oh my God, Cam Boozer's eye looks shut. Took a nasty elbow. It's like he's freaking a boxer. Out of the timeout, Larsson spinning to the rim. That's an impressive finish there by Pelle Larsson. An impressive finish. He's got 15. UConn's got it down 7. What a comeback, potentially. 5.5 to play. Jay Huff, corner 3. No. Bam back in, gets the rebound. Jay Huff out of nowhere has made a massive impact. Not massive, but like he's been playing this entire fourth quarter. I've not played the entire game. Bam, elbow jumper over Huff. Can't fall. And McConnell with a pull-up midi over Jaquez. Boy, is TJ McConnell ever a pain and a thorn in the Heat side. Four-point game. Jaquez has been huge for Miami. Midi jumper, too strong. Rebound falls to Huff. foul and Indiana's getting free throws. It'll be Siakam heading to the line. Free throws coming for Indiana. Free throws coming for the Blue Devils. Up 7 with 5 to play. Free throws, Dave of the game. UConn just missed the front of a 1-and-1. They had a chance to get to 5. Now Duke has a chance to get to 4. Free throws, potentially a 4-point swing. Speaking of 4 points, that was the lead for Indiana. Now Indiana up by 5 with a Siakam free throw. Chance to make it 6 right here. Which he does. Herro has been the best player offensively for Miami tonight. Drops it off to Larsson. Herro gets it back, left wing, 5 on the shot clock. Crossover, step back over Shepherd. Can't fall. Rebound, Miami. Second opportunity. Huck has got the rebound. He'll shoot the 3. Oh, my God. He misses everything. Now Siakam driving, kicking. It's a corner 3 for Slauson. Oh, he dodged one there. Kick out, though. Nembhard has it. Siakam corner 3. No. Man, he dodged a couple bullets there. Stay down 6 with 6 to play. Bam, driving. Throws up a wild shot. Wanted to foul, no call. Pacers the other way. Nembhard to the rim. Layup good. 8-point lead for Indiana halfway through this fourth quarter. UConn down 5. Adebayo, pretty spin move. Lefty layup goes. Big time answer for Bam to keep Miami in this one. Oh my, UConn and 1. They're going to be making a 1-possession game. Miami gets a stop. Down 6. 5.5 to play. Herro driving. Swooping layup. That's just a bad shot. And the rebound will go to Indiana out of bounds. Wow, what a run by UConn. Here come the Huskies. Chance to make it a 1-score game. Hello. Actually, I think it is a 1-score game now, right? They were down 5, now down 3. Chance to make it 2 with the N1. More locked into that game than this one. I could care less if the Heat win or lose this game. I couldn't care less, I should say. 5 minutes to play. Heat in his zone. Jay Huff gets the drop-off pass and puts it up and in. Spoelstra's seen enough, calls another timeout. I mean, the Heat defense is abysmal. Spo not happy talking about the officiating on the offensive end. Hot Talk says F the game called a UConn game. I mean, I honestly kind of wish this game was a blowout one way or another so I could actually do that. Fortunately, this is a close game. But who you got? Are the Heat going to come back down 8 with 5 to play? Pick a side. Pick a side. Who you got? Pin poll as well. 71% staying with the Heat. I see a lot of Indiana in the live chat, but the live pin poll still has Miami as the leader. Under 4 to play in UConn Duke. UConn down 19 at one point in the first half. have battled all the way back slowly but surely. And if this solo ball makes the and one free throw out of the timeout, they'll be down 2 with under 4 to play. Heat down 8 to the Pacers with 5 to play. Heat were 8.5-point favorites today, by the way. Jarace Reed Jr. just dominating for the Huskies. He's looked really, really good. That and one by solo ball was tough. Can't lie. That was tough. Pacers are shooting 17 of 35 from 3 today. Solo ball makes the free throw. We got a 2-point game. 67-65, 3:40 to play in Washington, D.C. Right to go to the Final Four and play Illinois. And then we have Heat Pacers. Boozer with a big bucket inside. Man, he's so solid. All right, we're back in Heat Pacers as well. Davion Mitchell out of the timeout, tight-roping the baseline. Throws it out to Wiggins, who misses the 3. And Indiana has a chance to go up double digits with a bucket on this possession. Oh, UConn can't make a bucket there. If Duke scores here to go up 6 or more, I might call that one over with under 3. Might call this one over if Nembhard hits the 3. Front rim. Heat get the ball, back down 8. Davion Mitchell to the corner. Adebayo open 3. No, I mean, the Heat can't make a shot. Heat can't buy a bucket here in the 4th. Nembhard to the rim, fouled. He'll get free throws. Davion Mitchell whistled. John Crotty notes the Heat are running out of time. I would agree. Wow, that's back-to-back nothing possessions for UConn. 2:06 to go, down 4. I'm telling you, if Duke scores on this possession, ball game. Nembhard will go to the line to put... They called that foul on the floor? That might be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I thought that was clearly in the act of shooting. Nonetheless, Pacers ball on the side, 4 to play. Nembhard to the rim. Blocked by Wiggins. Wiggins' long arms coming into play there. 7 on the shot clock for Indiana. Nembhard to the corner. It's Kobe Brown. Can't make the 3. I'll tell you what, Indiana has had all of the opportunities in the world to put Miami away here over the last minute and a half, and they've just come up empty on every offensive possession. But the Heat haven't been able to take advantage and come back into this one. Herro, Euro stepping, missing again. I mean, the Heat can't buy a bucket. They can't buy one. The Heat are 4 of 22 in the 4th quarter. And Siakam called for, oh no, that's a late foul on Miami. And Davion Mitchell just got teed up. That's not ideal. Duke at the line with a free throw. Minute 51 to play. Chance to go up 6. Nembhard makes the technical free throw. It's a 9-point Pacers lead. And it will be side out for Indiana. 16 on the shot clock as well. Lead will stay at 5, so it's a 2-possession game with under 2 to play. UConn needs a bucket in a bad way, folks. Siakam, hard time getting it in, finally gets it to Jay Huff. Huff drive and kicks to Kobe Brown. Brown back to Huff, corner 3. Good night, Miami. Good night, Miami. Down 11 with 3:50. Davion Mitchell driving to the rim, scoops the layup and misses. Oh my, what an abysmal fourth quarter for the Heat. Siakam up and under, fouled. The Heat are going to lose to the Indiana Pacers. Oh, that's just a crushing missed free throw by UConn. Can't happen. I just tweeted out that if you weren't team lottery coming into today, I don't know how you aren't now. The Heat are beyond bad, man. The Heat are on 13 to the tanking Indiana Pacers. UConn goes 1-2 at the line, so 4-point game, 90 seconds to play. UConn needs to stop. Tyler Herro driving, lobbing, Adebayo for the end, or alley-oop, no and one. Siakam, 2:40 to go. He's been sensational tonight. Free throw line jumper. Boys, does he still got it, man. Someone laughed at me before the trade deadline saying that I would trade 2 first-round picks to trade for Siakam if the Pacers were willing to deal him away. I mean, you watch what he's doing. Imagine a Wiggins, Bam, Siakam front court. Now, you might have to trade. You would have probably had to trade Wiggins in that deal to get him. And I don't even know if the Pacers would have been willing to trade him and what the price tag would have been. They might ask for 3 first-rounders. But I said I would trade 2 for Siakam, and someone in the live chat said I was nuts. I mean, if the Heat actually acquired Siakam before the deadline, like traded Kel'el Ware, say Kel'el Ware, Wiggins, and a couple firsts for Siakam. Oh, I mean, a Bam Siakam front court would be sick. Well, Nembhard just actually put Miami to sleep with a circus shot 3. It's a 16-point Pacers win. At the end of the shot clock, just had to hoist a miracle. Put it in. Oh, I mean, the Pacers are unconscious, but what an embarrassing fourth quarter offensively by the Heat. Well, this game's pretty much over, so I'm going to just kind of watch the end of Duke-UConn. I'm just going to be blatantly obvious. Minute 20 to go, Duke's up 4. I mean, Heat are down 16 with 2 minutes to go. They ain't winning. Pacers could hold the ball for 24 seconds, and the Heat wouldn't be able to come back every possession. Boozer. Oh, my. Boozer turns it over. That's a massive mistake by the freshman. Duke can draw within a score. They need a bucket. Where do the Huskies go? They try to the Caravan. They do. Deep 3. Good! Oh, UConn! Down 1 with 50 seconds to play. Caravan's been ice cold all night long. 2 of 10 from the field. 1 of 6 from 3. Big time opportunity to get your first made 3 there. Can the Huskies get another stop? Boozer. 30 seconds. Driving, spinning, into traffic. Throws it up and in. Shot clock turned off. UConn has 2 timeouts. It's a 3-point Husky lead. Heat didn't score. Whatever. Now the Huskies will call timeout. If you're UConn, The Blue Devil, you only have 7 fouls, which means you have 8 and 9 fouls of the bonus. If you're the Huskies, you just got to try to get a quick 2 and then foul Duke and hope that they miss the front end of a 1-and-1, the back end of the front of 1, and get the ball down 2. If you're UConn down 3, I would not hunt a 3. I would go for a quick 2 and play the foul game since they're in the bonus. That's what I would do. Minute to play. Is this the worst loss of the season for Miami? I mean, losing to the Jazz at home in February was pretty fucking brutal. You know what? This is the second worst loss. I would say the Jazz loss at home was the worst one. Why was that the worst one, Nick? It's because they actually removed their best players from the game. Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George, Jaren Jackson Jr., all at the time, did not play in the fourth quarter. The Pacers at least kept in Siakam, Nembhard. This is the second worst loss of the season. The Jazz one was the worst because they actively took out their best players. The Pacers, as much as they are tanking, did leave in their 2 best guys. He 0-7 from 3 this quarter. I mean, they just went ice cold. I don't even think Indiana played good in the fourth quarter. It was just Miami played an abysmal fourth. What is that? Story of the season. I mean, the Heat have been an awful fourth quarter team all year long. It's why you look at the advanced metrics. The Heat have a top 10 offense and a top half defense and are a top 10 net rating team in the NBA, but they're not good. Why? Because they're an awful fourth quarter team and they're an awful clutch team. But quarters 1 through 3, Miami's statistically one of the best teams in the NBA. Let's see what UConn does. 20 seconds to play. Are they going to hold for a 3 here? They just got to go get a quick 2. They're going to try to script up a 3 for Caravan. Time is ticking. Now Demery drives and gets a foul called, so Silas Demery going to go line for 2. I don't hate that. I mean, 10 seconds left. He makes both free throws. It's a 1-point game. You foul like a Patrick Gongba or a bad Duke free throw shooter. Split the pair. Next thing you know, it's you get the ball back. Got to make these 2 free throws, though, first. Heat officially lose, by the way. Demery's free throw, no good. Can't have it. I mean, UConn just shitting. I mean, they came all the way back just to shit down their own leg. I mean, UConn battled all the way back into this game and just kind of pooped themselves. Missing free throws late in this one. They missed 2 free throws late. If he makes this free throw to make it a 2-point game, his free throw and Solo Ball's free throw, oh my God, I just got major spoilage. I got major spoilage. Demery makes the second, 72-70. Duke to inbound. Gets it to Cam Boozer. To Dame Sarr. To Caden Boozer. Oh, turnover! Oh my God, turnover! Caravan to Mullins from the logo! Oh! 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 UConn! Oh, it's a miracle! And the Huskies take a 1-point lead! Oh, Braylon Mullins! Are you kidding me? Oh, a catastrophe from Duke and the diaper dandy Mullins from the logo with .3. This is March. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a moment! thing that tops March Madness. Holy shit. Caden Boozer turns it over, and then Braylon Mullins knocks down a potential game-winning three. The UConn bench went so nuts they almost ran on the court. Holy moment. They didn't foul immediately. They tried to get a steal. They got the steal. And then the freshman Mullins from 35 feet cashes it to put UConn in front. And now the Duke has 0.4 seconds to get up a shot. They're down one. I mean, I just have a hard time imagining Duke's going to get up a shot here. They throw a long pass. It's turned over. What a comeback. One of the greatest I've ever seen. UConn from down 19 to the Final Four. Oh, the Huskies do it. Oh my goodness. What a moment. Oh my goodness. What a Final Four we're going to have. UConn, Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan. Holy crap. What a game. Not for the Heat. They lost by 17 in embarrassing fashion. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. See you tomorrow live for Heat 76ers.